Oh yeah. My brother Tsunami Surf is coming home. February 16th, 2006. Let's talk about it. It's the Big Homie Show.
Big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie, in the bed, big homie show. Shwoo. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome D-Boy, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go and tell a friend about the Big Homie Show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show. Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show.
Tsunami mother effing Surf, man. Listen, hold on. Round of applause for him coming home. It's your boy, the Big Homie. You know, like, share, subscribe. Definitely comment to what I'm doing, man. Hit the notification bell, man. Become a subscriber. Become a, a homie, if you will. And we're gonna talk about these battle rap topics, man, because there's the place to talk about it. Now, we all know what happened, man. Tsunami Surf got locked up, man, for the quote-unquote RICO that they was trying to put him under and everything, man. And by the grace of God, he's able to have a release date, which is February 16th, 2026. And now, what's that going to entail? We've been waiting. The battle rap community has been waiting for Tsunami Surf to come home for a long time to turn up what's been considered not a good battle rap year or just battle rap dying down or whatever you want to call it and shit like that. Because there's a lot of people out there that's talking about battle rap is dead and so on and so forth. But they feel like the messiah of battle rap, aka Tsu Surf, can turn this shit up. The second coming, if you will, the prodigal son. Salute to my guy Surf. When he was here, he had it jumping, man. He had it jumping. He had all the people following Midnight Madness. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Jack and Bill, if you will, man. Free Bill as well. Bill's going through some shit, man. Unfortunately, man. Y'all brothers, man, stay out of trouble, man. Please stay out of trouble, man. We getting too old for this, man. But anyway, Surf is coming back home to his family first and foremost, which is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do priorities, battle rap is later on. You know what I'm saying? The first piece of priority is him coming back to his daughter and his mom. You feel what I'm saying? And just reinvigorating his life again and shit like that, because he could have been caught up behind the walls for a very, very, very long time. You understand? And I'm pretty sure that would have made a lot of his quote unquote ops very happy about that stupid ass shit. But hey, it is gonna be what it's gonna be. That man coming home, and you see a lot of people out there is either happy or there's some people that's going to be out there hating. You understand? And they're going to hate like they ain't never hate before and stuff because they couldn't get rid of this man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, let's call it a spade. Let's keep it 100, man. Some people were able to shine when Surf was going and Surf was down. Now, when he gets to come home, that light is going to dim on the op side and shit like that. And, a lot of people is going to have their ear to the street, whether it's Surface in Spaces, on YouTube, whatever media platform he chooses to speak on and talk his ish, he's definitely going to have all the shine and shit like that, man. And I, for one, I'm elated about it because I think Tsu Surf is very dynamic, very, he's just a great battle rapper. Not only just a great battle rapper, he's a great artist as well. You know what I'm saying? He gets the emotions up high and running and shit like that, man. He's definitely one for the ages when it comes to what we do in this entertainment field and shit like that, man. So pretty much, man, Surf, man, it's obviously it's not February 16th yet, but we're waiting for you to come back home. We're waiting for you to put that smile on your face and shit like you usually do. You know, and should I say help battle rap? Or should he even help battle rap? Should he even be a part of this toxicity and this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying battle rap is the shit that got him in jail, but you know, battle rap, you know, this, you know, you come out of one negative situation and get into another one is just not, you know, mentally healthy for anybody and shit like that. So I'm really wondering what he's going to do when he, you know, gets out. Obviously, he's going to chill with his family and stuff like that. But, you know, brother got to make an income. Brother got to make a living. You feel what I'm saying? And his living, what he loves the most is the music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure battle rap. So is anything going to change as far as his demeanor, how he speaks to the people, how he goes about his daily life and everything? You know, I'm pretty sure he learned a lot of lessons and stuff, especially for the OGs behind the walls that told him, man, don't ever come back here ever again and shit like that and whatnot. But, you know, if you just look at the grand scheme of things, you know, he does have a huge following and people who, you know, who definitely will listen to what Surf is talking about. And you know, you can't just stop that. What do you you know, he hasn't turned Muslim in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he denounced the gang situation and all that, which is dope. You understand? I don't think anybody really needs a gang to be who they, you know, are or want to be and shit like that's just a added accessory to who you are and shit. But I think Surf was, you know, dynamic with or without being a part of any gang affiliation and shit like that. Like this, let's just say he comes out, when he comes out, he's really super denouncing and dropping his flag and all that shit. Does that make him any different? Do y'all see him as any different? I don't. You know what I'm saying? I think he would Surf without, you know, any of those attachments to him, if you will, and shit like that, man. And you know, it's a gift to have the people's ears and have, you know, people's engagement and want to listen to you and listen to what you have to say. And in hindsight of that, you know, I think he should take to another direction. You don't got to be, you know, everything is not super positive or super negative. Everything is not always black and white. There's a gray area, right? You know, you choose these emotions from anger, love, and so on and so forth and shit like that. It's a balance. You know, everybody's not going to be 100% positive all the time, and everybody's going to not be 100% negative and shit and whatnot. You know, I always say a killer can do good things in life. You understand? So you got to understand this. Like, hey, we're a part of his how would you say, his makeup, if you will, and he's a part of ours and shit like that. So I would say, man, what are his next battles if he do want to battle? What are going to be his next battles? I see Math Hoffa campaigning out there. Math Hoffa out here taking shots. what you doing out here, Math? You know what I'm saying? Math talking about, you know, it won't be a Broadway play, meaning that, you know, I guess anytime Surf has a battle or something like that, he pretty much, quote unquote, from what they're saying out there, right, with the individual he's battling with and shit like that. These are assumptions that these cats make up and shit. I don't know if it's true or not or anything like that. But would y'all be interested in a Math Hoffa versus Tsu Surf battle? I would like to see it. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? The Surf always has a slogan, you know, with Math implemented in there at the end and shit like that, shitting on Math and whatnot. I'm pretty sure Math is tired of that shit. He's like, yo, let's get it on. Yo, fuck that. Yo, let's do what we got. Let's just get it shaking. You know? And if that happens, where the fuck is gonna be on? You know, obviously, I'll tell you this for sure. When Surf come home, I got a high assumption that his loyalty and his flag is dedicated to, you know, when I say flag, you know, put down his flag, and loyalty is dedicated to the URL. You know what I'm saying? URL, without a shadow of a doubt, will probably get the first Tsu Surf battle if he ever wants to come out and battle again. You understand? I think URL's done stuck by him. Definitely Smack went to go visit the man. and all that shit, man. And URL is family to him. You know what I'm saying? He was waving that flag right before he went in and shit in the big house and was talking URL this, URL that, and shit like that. So, all you other people with a bag and shit, y'all be stupid just to ask him to go to your league or any other place and shit like that besides URL. You could bring a bag, you might as well just bring that bag to URL and say, yo, here's my contribution. We just want to see Surf battle. We just want to see him on stage. Now, Briz. Salute to my guy, Briz. Briz, Surf could get 100K. Surf could get 100K. Shit, he probably get more than 100K, man. If for the anticipation of a Surf battle and shit like that. But there's always the other side. So Surf should be mindful on who he picked. He could also pick Easy. I think that would definitely be a good battle. But I pretty much will have Surf winning that. And there's no disrespect to Easy and shit like that. I'm just saying, I could see Surf winning an Easy battle as opposed to more winning a Math Hoffa battle and shit. I'm not saying he won't win against Math, but I think there's more history there and more things to talk about and whatnot in that regard and shit like that. I don't think there's really too much shit that, Surf, or rather Easy could say towards Surf. Like, I don't think there's too much to say. I don't know. A battle with Mook, I would put that at the top of my list. Mook versus Surf, I'll definitely put that at the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a battle that Mook is going to want to take as soon as Surf comes out and shit like that. Pretty much, man, is going to be a luck of the draw because I say Surf has the advantage to style on anybody because his return, that first round, is going to be impenetrable. It's going to be unstoppable. It's going to be like the roof is going to tear off. Like URL really has to set the stage for that return to be immaculate. You understand what I'm saying? You can't fuck that up. You can't mess that up. You mess that up, you know what I'm saying? Then it's all for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, his return, all you other leagues, shut it down. Relax. Don't try to put no shit out there. You're going to look crazy. You understand? When Surf come out and there's a release date as to when he's going to make a return, and I think most likely it might be the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to be good on money. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he got to go out there and get money. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's going to make sure he's good. They're going to invest on that anticipation to the URL stage as far as Surf is concerned. Beasley is not going to allow that man to go anywhere else to say one word or even say, I said, yo, anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? If I know Beasley. Am I lying, Beasley? But, yeah. Shout out to Tay-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Tay-Rock been waiting for his man to get home for a hot minute. The titles are back. Tay-Rock been holding it down for a hot minute. Tay-Rock gonna be elated just to see that nigga return and shit and be behind him. Tay-Rock gonna shit 93 unleaded, nigga. Matter of fact, fuck unleaded. It's gonna be diesel fuel that he gonna have and shit. Cause I remember the last time when I think Sir came home and he battled. It was either Geechee or Rum. But that nigga Rock was like, yeah, nigga, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Rock a team player, man. Salute to Rock for that, man. You know what I'm saying? He definitely will big up your man. That's always good to have a cat in your corner, such as the Tay-Rock and shit, man. But, I'm going to end it here. Tsu Surf's return is a big deal. We all know that. We've been waiting for him to come back home for a hot minute. I will say this, my good brother. This is to you, Surf. I don't know if you get to see or hear these things. You might have your tablet and shit and be like, oh, shit, it's big bro. That's what he called me, big bro. I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the things you helped Queen of the Ring with. And, I consider you one of those. I consider you my peoples and shit like that, man. I never want to see you, you know what I'm saying, behind those walls again and shit like that, man. And when I see you in a physical and shit like that, man, I know it's going to be hugs and smiles and shit like that, man. And when you get back out here, man, always remember, man, you doing it not just for yourself, but you doing it for your loved ones, and they rather you here than over there. You understand? And these streets, man, they it leads to nothing. It leads to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Street money is just, will put you in a place where you're going to remember when you like, you're not going to want to be there when you're 60, 70, 80 years old. It just doesn't make no sense, especially with the talent you got. You could take that talent to the top and shit and make your own way. You understand? The people need you out here and shit like that. You see where battle rap went once you went behind those walls. You see how battle rap got, where it went and shit like that. It's not as exciting as when you was out here and shit like that. And, that's what it is, man. Salute to Tsu Surf, man. Love you, brother. I got a lot of Tsu Surf stories, but, I'll save those for later. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Is the big homie. It's the big homie show and all that, man. Y'all rock with me. I appreciate y'all. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah.